Hey gamers, welcome to the first part of my trophy cleanup for Uncharted 3. I thought about getting the speed runs out of the way, so this first section is going to be the speed run for Chapter 7. And you have to do this in under 9.5 minutes, which is very doable. It's a slightly annoying chapter because I would argue about 2 to 3 minutes of the chapter, maybe it's not really that much, but it certainly feels like it, or at least a minute of it, is really spent on things that you can't skip. It's not even like cutscenes, but it's just, watching Nathan jump over something, almost fall, getting caught by Sully, or having to catch Sully. And so that can certainly slow things down, but when you think about it from those terms, there's actually not much you have to do, except really it's more of a platforming chapter, which makes it pretty easy to get across. There was one section for me, and I'll show you where it is, where I had a hard time finding one last enemy and ended up wasting about 25 to 30 seconds. So I finished this section in about 9 minutes, but I think you can finish it even faster as long as you avoid the mistakes that I made. Yeah, but it might take you a try or two. It's really just remembering where to go and what to do. But if you look right here, like for example, this is 5 to 10 seconds that you're just wasting, which is, like I said, it's really annoying. Granted, it's just part of the game. I think what can make it feel frustrating, or at least it did for me, was that you see the clock ticking and you're not able to do anything. So yeah, here's another example of a section where a little bit can feel annoying. But the game does give you a fair amount of forgiveness in terms of completing this section, so like I said, overall, and since you're not obviously hunting for treasures, you don't have to worry about backtracking. You can just go straight ahead.
Every last drop. The hell are they doing? Burn the whole place down. Oh no. Sully, we gotta get out of here.
Now there may be a way to do this section faster, I'm not sure, but I couldn't find it, so ultimately I just kind of did it the regular way.
That's not good. Take him out, Sully.
So I would avoid trying to fight those guys with melee as much as possible, but if you take out those first 2-3 guys, you can finish off the other guys with your gun. It's just obviously faster to finish them with a gun. But when Sully's moving across, go ahead and hit those 2 guys who come out the door, and then go straight here and finish off these enemies. And then you're going to wait for... you see me kind of struggling a bit, which is really annoying, but... you want to try and get to your spots as quick as you can. That'll give you as much kind of a buffer, so that in case something does go wrong, as you see that it kind of happened there, you're still prepared for it. Okay, see how much time you just kind of waste here going from section to section. Now, this is an important part. If you... I wasn't able to completely kill this enemy, but if you can pump a lot of bullets into him, you see how you can finish him much quicker, and that can save you a good like 10 to 15 seconds of work there, maybe even more, so I highly recommend that part. And then instead of trying to go the other way, just hop all the way down, or sorry, just turn around and then just go straight into the section you're looking for. So you see I actually am making what I think is to be pretty good time, because this is close to the last area. Probably should have gotten for the ammo, but I was feeling pressed for time. That's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead, hop on over. Yeah, it's stuff like this that can feel really, really frustrating and annoying. It's like the amount of time you just waste. I would feel better about it if the clock wasn't going, but I don't know, maybe it's something psychological where you see the clock moving but you're not able to do anything. That can feel really frustrating. I don't know. I have to talk to a speedrunner to see what they think about this stuff, but for me it's just infuriating. And there's always those little glitches like that you run into. Now I try to wait in this section, just take out as many of the enemies as I can. And I totally missed the fact that that enemy was behind me, so I end up going in all different directions. And I'm like, where is this guy? And this was probably the part where I wasted the most amount of time. Like I said, if you find... And I was getting really frustrated because I'm like, where is this guy? Where's this guy? And I run around. But if you find this guy, or if you get through this section quicker, you can probably beat this whole area in about, 8.5 minutes. Because we're pretty much towards the end. There's not much left. You just want to jump up, make your way outside, and that's about it. But like I said, I ran through the beginning sections well enough that I gave that buffer to myself. So now I have, although I was still feeling pretty nervous that I wasn't going to make it in time, but yeah. Well, that's the end of this section. Thanks again for watching, guys. In the next video, I'm going to show the next speedrunning section, which I believe is Chapter 16. Until then, stay beautiful.